Hello guys, welcome back to TechDose, and in this video we will see the Bellman-Ford algorithm implementation, and I will be showing you a dry run along with the code implementation. So let us first recap some of the steps for this algorithm. Well, the first step was given v number of vertices, we will initialize all the vertices at distance equals to infinity except the source vertex, which will be having distance equals to 0. Now after initializing all the vertices distances, we will be relaxing all the e edges v minus 1 times. So why are we doing this? I have already explained in the previous video. Let's say we are having 3 nodes, then the maximum number of edges we need to connect all the vertices will be v minus 1. In this case it will be 2. So if we have v number of vertices, we can cover all the vertices using v minus 1 number of edges. Okay. So we will be relaxing all the e edges v minus 1 times. Now the condition for relaxation will be like this. If we are at a node u and there is an edge from u to v, then if being at u from source to this u there was some cost which is du. From this u to v there will be an associated cost which will be the edge weight from u to v, and at v there might have been some other path in order to reach to this v, and that cost was dv. Now if du plus uv is less than this dv, then this dv, that is distance at v, will get updated, and this will be updated to du plus cost at uv. Otherwise, if the new path is not lowering the cost, then we will simply skip it. Okay, so this was the second step, and this will get repeated for v minus 1 times for all the e edges. Now after we are done with relaxation part, we will check for the negative edge cycle. So what we will do is we will relax one more time, and if after this relaxation we find a new shortest path, then we will have a negative edge cycle. If we don't find it, then we won't have any negative edge cycle. The reason for this have already been explained in the previous video. The link for that will be present in the description below. I will again explain it at the end of the video. Now let us look at an example in order to get a better understanding. So this will be a dry run example. In this case, I have taken 5 nodes. So that is numbered from 0 to 4. Initially, all the vertices are marked with distance equals infinity except this source node 0, which is having distance 0. Okay, now I will be taking a parent array which will be keeping track of the structure which is formed in order to represent the shortest path graph. And then I will be taking the cost matrix as well in order to keep track of what is the shortest cost, that is the minimum cost, to a given vertex starting from the source node. Okay, so that is why we will be using these 2 arrays. Now I have also written all the edges on the bottom right corner. So there are 10 number of edges in this case, and our vertices is 5. So we will be relaxing for v minus 1 times, which will be equals to 4. Okay. Now I will also keep track of all the distance values starting from this source node which is 0 to all the other nodes. So I have initialized the values as 0 for this source node, and all the other nodes will be infinity. Now we can start relaxation. So this was our initialization. Now we will perform our first time relaxation and write the values here. So before performing the first time relaxation, the parent at source node value will be equals to -1. Because the source node will not be having any parent node, and the associated cost for this source node will be equals to 0. Now we will be updating for all the other values. So we will be starting from this node 0, and we will be relaxing all the outgoing edges from this node first. So we will basically be processing edge wise. Okay, so first we will relax this 0 1. So from 0 to 1 the edge weight is 1 and cost at 0 is 0. So the total cost to reach this 1 is 0 plus 6, which will be 6. Now 6 is lower than infinity, so infinity will be replaced with 6. Now since this edge 0 1 is included, where 0 is the source and 1 is the destination, therefore the parent of 1 will be equals to 0. Okay, and the associated cost will be the cost at 1. So this 6 is indicating that the cost to reach to this node 1 starting from the source node is equals to 6. Okay. Now we will be relaxing the second edge 0 2. So from 0 to 2 the cost is 7, and the cost to reach 0 is 0. So total cost to reach to this 2 from source will be 0 plus 7. So 7 is less than infinity, we will replace it. Now you can see that this edge 0 2 is getting included, therefore parent of 2 will be 0. so the parent of 2 will be coming out to be 0, and also the cost at 2 is 7 in order to reach to this 2 starting from the source node. Now we will relax the next edge, which is 1 2. Cost at 1 is 6, edge weight 1 2 is 8, 8 plus 6 is 14, 14 is actually greater than 7, so we won't do anything. Now for this 1 3, the cost will be 6 plus minus 4, which will be 2. So 2 is lower than infinity, so we will write 2 here. Now since this edge 1 3 is getting included, therefore the parent of 3 will be 1, and the associated cost in order to reach to this node 3 starting from the source node will be 2. So we will write cost 2 here. Okay. Now we will process 1 4. So from 1 to 4, the cost will be 6 plus this 5, which will be 11. So 11 is lower, we will write here 11. Now since this edge 1 4 is included, so the parent of 4 will be 1 and the associated cost will be 11. Okay. Now from 2 to 3, the cost will be 7 plus 9, which will be 16. So 16 is greater, we won't do anything. 2 to 4, the cost will be 7 plus minus 3, which will be 4. So 4 is lower than this 11, so we will replace this 11 with 4. So this 4 will now be having 2 as the parent. So initially the parent was 1, so now 2 will be taken as parent, and also the cost at 4 will be 4. So we will be updating the cost value also. Now we will process this edge 3 4. So from 3 to 4, the cost will be 2 plus 7, which will be 9, which is greater than this 4, so we won't do anything. Now the next edge is 3 0. So from 3 to 0, the cost will be 2 plus 2, which will be 4. So already present cost is 0, we won't do anything. For this edge 4 1, 4 to 1, the cost will be 4 plus minus 2, which will be 2. So already present cost is 6, so this will be replaced with 2. And now since this edge 4 to 1 is getting included, therefore parent of 1 will be 4. So the parent of 1 will be 4 and the cost at 1 will now be updated to value 2. So this will become 2. Okay, I hope you are understanding this. Now we have performed one time relaxation of all the edges. So now we will again write the values. So the values will be written like this. This will be 0 for node 0, and for node 1 the cost is 2. For node 2 the cost is 7. For node 3 the cost is 2. And for node 4 the cost is 4. Okay. Now we will do the second time relaxation. Now for the second time relaxation, again we will be starting from this node 0, that is with this edge. So we will relax 0 1. Now from 0 to 1 the cost will be 0 plus 6, which will be 6, but 2 is lower, we won't do anything. Now we will relax 0 to 2. Now from 0 to 2 the cost will be 0 plus 7, which will be 7. It is already 7, we won't do anything. For this edge 1 to 2, the cost will be 2 plus 8, which will be 10. But 7 is lower, so we won't do anything. For this 1 to 3, the cost will be 2 plus minus 4, which will be minus 2. Already present cost is 2, so this will be replaced with minus 2. Now the parent of 3 is 1. So already present parent of this 3 is 1, so we will not replace it. Okay. And now the cost is not 2, but this will become minus 2. This is the updated cost. Okay. Now again we will process this edge 1 to 4. For this 1 to 4, the cost will be 2 plus 5, which will be 7. But already present cost is 4, so we won't do anything. The same goes for this 2 to 3. For this 2 to 3, the cost is 7 plus 9, 16. But the already present cost is minus 2, so we won't do anything. For this 2 to 4, it is 7 plus minus 3, which is 4. It is already 4. For this 3 to 4, the cost will be this minus 2 plus 7, which will be 5. But already present cost is 4. So we won't do anything. For this 3 to 0, the cost will be minus 2 plus 2, which will be 0. Already present cost is 0, we won't do anything. For this 4 to 1, the cost will be 4 plus minus 2, which will be 2. So this is already present, we won't do anything. So now we have done 2 times of relaxation, and the values which will come out are this. For this node 0 it will be 0. For this node 1 it will be 2. For node 2 is 7. For node 3 it is minus 2. And for node 4 it is 4. So since there is a change, that is there is at least one node which is getting updated value, so we will be doing the next step of relaxation. So this will be the third step. We can do a maximum of 4 times of relaxation. Now in this third step, we will again do the same process. We will start from this 0 1. So 0 1 is having cost 0 plus 6, which is 6. Lower cost is already present, we won't do anything. Similarly for this 0 2, cost will be 0 plus 7, already present cost is 7, won't do anything. For this 1 2, the cost will be 2 plus 8, which will be 10, it is already 7, won't do anything. For this 1 2 3, cost will be 2 plus minus 4, which will be minus 2, it is already minus 2, we won't do anything. For this 1 to 4, the cost will be 2 plus 5, which will be 7, already present cost is 4, we won't do anything. For this 2 to 3, the cost will be 7 plus 9, which will be 16, already present cost is minus 2, we won't do anything. Again for this 2 to 4, the cost will be minus 7 plus minus 3, which will be 4, already present cost is 4, won't do anything. For this 3 to 4, the cost will be minus 2 plus 7, which will be 5. In this case it is 4, we won't do anything. Again for this 3 to 0, the cost will be minus 2 plus 2, which will be 0, already 0 is present, we won't do anything. For this 4 1, for this 4 to 1, the cost will be 4 plus minus 2, which will be 2, 2 is already present, we won't do anything. Now in this step there was no update, and so the values will remain the same. So whenever in two consecutive steps we have the exactly same values in the entire array, that is for all the nodes, then we can say that there was no update. And whenever there was no update, then we can stop here and we can say that this is the shortest path graph. Okay, so in this case we will stop at this third step and we won't have to actually process all the 4 steps. Since in the third step there was no update, and since here there was no update, therefore we can say that there is no negative edge cycle, and so this will be the shortest path graph. Now how do we represent the graph? So for representation we will be taking this parent array and the cost array. So this will be the parent array and this will be the cost array. Now the nodes will be 0 1 2 3 4, and how will we represent it? Actually 0 will not be having any parent, so this will be having value minus 1, and the cost is 0, so the cost at this node 0 is 0. So this is basically our source node. Now for this node 1, the source is 4, so 4 is the source for node 1. Okay, and the associated cost in order to reach to this node 1 starting from the source node is 2. This we were already storing. Now for this node 2, the source is 0, so the node 2 is having source as 0, and the cost in order to reach to this node 2 from the source will be equals to 7. Now for this node 3, the source is 1, so for node 3 the source is 1, and the cost to reach to this node 3 starting from the source node, which is 0 in this case, will be equals to minus 2. So here associated cost will be minus 2. For this node 4, the parent node is 2, so node 4 is having parent as 2, so there will be an edge from 2 to 4, and the associated cost in order to reach to this node 4 starting from the source node 0 is equals to 4. Okay, so this is our shortest path graph by using the Bellman-Ford algorithm. So I hope you were able to understand how the graph can be found by using this parent array and the cost array. Now let us look at why we were performing the third step in our algorithm. So this I had already explained in the previous video also. So let us quickly revise it. Like for negative edge cycle condition, if we have v number of vertices, then we relax v minus 1 times. Okay, and if we see that any step where none of the vertex gets new shortest path, then we definitely won't have any negative edge cycle. Else we relax once more and see if we have any new shortest path. And if we find any new shortest path on vth time relaxation, then we can surely say that there will be a negative edge cycle. So why is that? Let us look at an example. This is graph 1 and this is graph 2. Now in graph 1, if we start from this source node 0, it will be having initial cost as 0. From 0 to 1 the cost will be 2. From 1 to 2 the cost will be 5. Okay, and now from 2 to 0 the cost will be 5 plus minus 7, which will be minus 2. So this is after one time of relaxation. Again if we relax for the second time, then the cost will be from 0 to 1 the cost will be minus 2 plus 2, which will be 0. From 1 to 2 the cost will be 0 plus 3, which will be 3. From 2 to 0 the cost will be 3 plus minus 7, which will be minus 4. So we have now performed 2 times of relaxation and our v value, that is number of vertices, was 3. Now if we perform one extra relaxation, then there should not be any update. And if we find any new shortest path for any of the node, then we can surely say that there is a negative edge cycle in this graph. Now let us do for the third step. So in the third time relaxation, we start from this node 0. From 0 to 1, the cost will be minus 4 plus 2, which will come out to be minus 2. So this node 1 is getting a new shortest path. So here we can stop and say that this graph is having a negative edge weight cycle. So why is this happening? This is happening because the effective weight of this cycle is negative. So what is the effective weight? It will be nothing but 2 plus 3 plus minus 7, which is the sum of all the edge weights, and this will come out to be minus 2. So if we cycle around this entire graph one time, then the effective weight will decrease by minus 2. Again, if we do one more cycle, then again all the weights will get updated by minus 2 value. Okay, so it will be like an infinite loop. The more we loop, the lower cost we will get. Okay, now in the second graph, the effective edge weight is 2 plus 3 plus minus 2, which will be equals to 3. So since the effective weight is positive, this is not a negative edge cycle. So if we start from this source node 0 and this is having weight 0, then in the first time relaxation, this will be having weight 2, this will be having weight 5, and this will again be having weight 0. Now in the second time relaxation, this will be having weight 0, this will be having weight 2, and this will be having weight 5. And in the third time relaxation as well, the values will not change. So you can see that whenever the sum of all the edges in a cycle is having value positive, that is greater than equals to 0, then that will definitely not be having any negative edge cycle. So this is the logic behind the third step. Okay. Now the time complexity for this algorithm will be order of VE, because we were relaxing E number of edges for V minus 1 times at max. Let us now look at the code. So this is the code for the Bellman-Ford algorithm. In this case, I will be taking number of vertices and number of edges. And I have already declared an edge structure which will be having 3 values: source, destination, as well as the weight values. Okay, so this is a structure named as edge. It is given at the beginning of the program. Now I will be taking source, destination, and weight for each and every edge. So each edge will be having 3 values: source, destination, and weight. I will be taking inputs for all the E number of edges. Okay. Now after taking all the inputs, I will be calling the Bellman-Ford algorithm in order to find the shortest path. So let us now look at the function. So this is the Bellman-Ford function. In this case, I have received all the edges. I will be taking a parent array, as I had already explained. I will also be taking cost of parent array. Now we will be taking a vector which will be containing all the values, that is the distance values for each and every node, and each and every node will be having initial values as infinity. And then assuming that our source node is 0, I will take value at 0 equals 0, and I will also assume that 0 will be having no parent node. Okay, so that will be equals to minus 1. Now I will take a variable updated. This is just for making this algorithm a little more efficient. And now I will be relaxing for V minus 1 times for all the E edges. Okay, therefore the time complexity will be VE. Now for each and every time relaxation, I will be taking updated equals to false, saying that we have not made any update for this step. Now we will be repeating for each and every edge, and whenever we find that the given edge, we have an edge from U to V, the given cost at U is not equals to int max, and also the cost at this U plus this edge weight UV is less than the already present cost at V, then we will obviously replace the cost at V with the new cost, which is the lower cost. Okay, and we will also mark this updated equals to true, saying that we have made at least one update for this step of relaxation. Now when we are done relaxing all the edges, then after that, if we find that there was nothing, that is no node was actually relaxed, then we will be breaking out of this loop, saying that this step is having exactly the same value as our previous step, and so we have not found any new shortest path in this step. Therefore, whenever two steps are having the same values, we will actually break out. Otherwise, if at least a single node is getting a new shortest path for a given step, then we will keep repeating the step for V minus 1 times. Okay, so this is the logic behind using this flag updated. Now once we are done with updating, that is relaxing all the E edges V minus 1 times, then we will simply relax for one more time and see if a node is having a new shortest path. if a node can be relaxed even more, then obviously we will be having a negative edge cycle. So this will only be done if updated value is true. That means for all the v-1 times of relaxation, the v-1th step also found at least one node with a new shortest path. If this condition is true, then only updated will be true. So if you are not understanding the concept of why we are using updated, then you can simply remove all the updated variables wherever it is present and still the algorithm will run in VE time. But I have just taken updated in order to reduce the runtime. Okay. Now after finding if the graph is having any negative edge cycle, we will simply print the graph. So this will be your shortest path graph. I hope you were able to understand the Bellman-Ford algorithm and its code implementation. If you have any doubt, then feel free to comment below and I'll try to help you as soon as possible. Like and share our video and subscribe to our channel in order to watch more of this programming videos. See you in our next video. Thank you.